Hello. Hello, hello. Okay. Okay. So ooh, sorry. Ooh, today we are going to figure out what the heck happened to the middle class. To the middle class. We're going to find out what the heck happened. Why did we lose it? So, the first thing I'm going to figure out is when was the middle class the best? And by that, I mean specifically, when was the middle class? When did they have the most like purchasing power in the US? Because I am interested in that. And I think that was like in the 1960s or 70s. And by purchasing power, I mean, well, I guess we can look at Reddit first. Oh man, Reddit. This guy's trying to figure it out for us. Did people have more purchasing power 60 years ago than today? From Deleted. Tried to figure this out on my own, but I need some outside resources. The average income 1950 was about 3,300. Dang, that's crazy. Adjusted for inflation, that would be about 35,500 in today's money. Oh wow, yeah, that's not a lot at all. Really? That's it? However, one could buy 3,300 worth of goods for $309 in 1950. I wonder where that number came from. What the heck is that? Some quick math and the purchase power hovers at around 35K. This doesn't sound right at all. That's like half of the average income today. But people are buying houses at 19 and supporting entire families on single incomes. Am I missing something here? Uh what is he missing? Cuz I don't see where the math is weird. Basically, for $309, you can get way more stuff. So it doesn't matter if your income is way lower if everything else is super cheap. What is there to what is it what is confusing about that? The average house cost in 1950 was 7,354. At 275 a month for salary, they wouldn't go over 20% income. So they're paying or like at most 20% of their income on their housing, which means $55 a month for mortgage. Holy, oh my gosh, that's crazy. At 133 months, just over 11 years. The ratio of the house is about 26 times the monthly. In the Bay Area, the average household income for people not in the tech industry is probably on par with the national average, 56 through 60K. That is crazy. How does that work? How do you survive? Unless, I mean, this is totally doable if you own a house already and you bought and it's already paid for in the Bay Area. But if you don't own a house and you have to see, like, the problem is like the reason why you have to pay tech people, like, you're paying them at least $100,000 a year, and usually it's around more like 150,000 in the Bay Area. And the reason they have to they have to pay so much money to hire engineers is because engineers have to come to the Bay Area and rent a place to live in, and the rent is like super high, like way, way high. But the houses are on average 2 million. That's a ratio of 428 times the income. Let's be more generous with the income for this area though and look at some tech salaries on average. It's 120 to 150K a year, so that's still about 180 times the salary. So the houses are about 7 times as expensive as they were in the 50s in relation to salary. Not to mention population growth and a whole bunch of other things that we can't just spitball. It's a very complicated issue, but I think we can kind of eyeball the problem and say reasonably that the housing market is out of hand. This is the average plucked from the Bay Area. Atlanta, however, it might be less. The ratio is 5,600 to 350,000. So it's about 60 times a month, 60 times a monthly salary. 65 times. That's still 3 times expensive as the 50s. I think I'm going to do a web project with this research. Thanks for the idea, man. That would be cool. That would be interesting. The Bay Area is a representative sample of absolutely nothing. It is its own world. You might as well have picked housing prices in Russia to make your comparison. I don't know, man. I think that was true maybe a while ago, but now this is not true anymore. I think everywhere in California is around it has super expensive. And there might be like 10-20% difference. Maybe. According to Zillow, the home value index of Atlanta is closer to 300K, which is a far cry from 2 million. That's true. If an average house is 300K, that means it's easier to buy a house today with an average salary of 56 to 60K versus a 7,354 house at 275 a month, right? 275, yeah. So it's coming further down, which is worth keeping in mind. Also, there being a lot more things people spend money on today. Isn't just average income you need to look at? There appears to be much more income inequality now, which makes average misleading. Oh, hey, fam, Drake. Hire me 400 bucks, I'll go work. Imagine if I was born 10 years earlier, my life would have been insane. But instead, I became an adult during terrible times. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I wish I was born. I mean, my biggest regret in life is I didn't invest in the housing market when I was 2 years old. My biggest regret. Yeah, I would not use a bear as a baseline for these types of statistics. I do live in the Bay Area. I'm literally in San Francisco. You're older than me, so at least you got a little more luck than me. Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. Hey, I remember reading those words in 2006. I'm sure someone smarter than me can elaborate or argue this, but I've read a few things. The insane housing market across the country is due to people not treating their house as their retirement savings. Not just housing. A new Chevrolet Bel Air costs 1,740 today. The equivalent would be about 35,000, 20 times the cost. Medical insurance costs they've increased from 55 to 85 a year. Dude, medical insurance is a whole nother issue in this country. Whole nother issue. Whole nother issue, but we'll talk about that in a later episode. Do you think Kits Cats is a good username? It's good as any other username, I guess. As long as you like it. Kits Katsy. Kitsy Katsy. I don't know what that means. Does that mean anything? Crispy brew? That would, I don't know. That could be cool. Maybe. Who's that? Who's that? Is someone gonna change your name? Credit cards. Modern credit cards didn't exist. Okay. Okay. Let me let me consult some experts. I am looking stuff up. I was gonna do something else on my YouTube channel. Maybe I could knock that out real quick. I needed to. All right, quick break. I'm gonna do something off the screen real quick. Katze means cat in German, so it's a wordplay saying kids cat sounds like kitty cat, but kids actually means fawn. So it's just funny that it actually means fawn cat. What's a fawn again? What's a fawn? A young deer. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. Huh. Finish sign up process. Oh, I don't want to do this. Hold up. Creativity in its highest form, longevity for creativity. Creative in its highest form. Yeah, you're super creative. Huh. What are the clinkers? Huh. Oh, I gotta enter my credit card number. Shoot. I don't know my credit card number. This is stupid. Uh, I have to go get it. I'm using GPT to study prompt engineering. Wow. You know what I should do? I need to practice. Uh, I need to practice Leet Code for Advent of Code on Christmas during Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Dude. All right, I gotta get my info. I'll be right back. You take 10 shits a day. That doesn't sound like enough to me. Is that enough? I take like 50. Okay. Cool. Payment authorization failed? What in the heck? Okay. What? It won't work? What the? Okay, hold up. Is this not it? Oh my gosh, this isn't working. All right, I'm gonna pause the stream for a second. I'll be right back. I gotta figure something out.